The usefulness of a pot comes from its emptiness. Zhuangzi wrote those words 2,300 years ago. Then he set down his brush, stepped outside, and did nothing. Not because he was lazy, not because his work was finished, but because he understood something we've forgotten. In ancient China, Zhuangzi watched a butcher at work. The man's knife moved through an ox like water flowing around stones. Effortless, graceful. The butcher said his blade never dulled because he worked with the natural spaces, never forcing. Zhuangzi realized, this is how we should live. He called it Wu Wei, action without action, doing without doing. To the rushed and the restless, it sounds like nonsense. But Zhuangzi wasn't interested in productivity. He was interested in peace, and so he practiced something the world told him was worthless. He sat by rivers, he watched clouds, he let hours pass, like water through open hands. The guilt came anyway, of course it did. Even Zhuangzi felt it sometimes. The voice that said he should be writing, teaching, doing something. But then he'd remember the butcher's knife, the way it found the natural spaces, never forcing. He realized, guilt is just another form of force, another way we cut against the grain. What if rest doesn't need to be earned? What if stillness is not the opposite of productivity, but its deepest form? Zhuangzi taught that a tree grows not by trying, but by resting in what it already is. A river finds the sea not through effort, but through surrender. And so tonight, perhaps we can practice his wisdom. Not doing nothing because we're exhausted, but resting because rest itself is complete. The pot is useful because it's empty. You are whole, not despite your stillness, but because of it. Let that be enough.